Alrighty, welcome back to the chat. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderbar day. We're back on the solo extreme grind, trying to beat Aatrox, man. It's not. Well, dude, we got to the end last time, but I decided to face tank some swords just for the sheer thrill of the thing, man. I don't know. We're playing Leona. You know what? I realize I'm not nearly as drunk as I'm not nearly as think as I am. Not nearly as good as I think I am. But that being said, she doesn't do enough damage where I feel like I'm abusing. And if you're getting pounded into the dirt, you're getting pounded into the dirt. Doesn't really matter one way or the other. I really want to I would really like to get this, and like I've never seen it upgraded. I don't really know what it does. But then it's like projectiles and like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really spark with joy within me when I can. I'm not necessarily running anything that's going to be giving me projectiles to begin with. I don't know. We'll be fine. We got our boy staggering over there. I will admit, like, it feels nice to be playing Leona if for no other reason. Not because she does like a crazy amount of damage or anything like that, but like she. Do I want to go for maybe is this good? I don't know. Don't reroll me, man. Whatever, man. You get a safe early. You get a safe early. It's kind of hard to go down super early on. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should start moving myself over to the old Yumi shrine. I'm so confused. Like I have manual aim on, but it doesn't appear to. Okay, it is now manually aiming. You know what, man? Fucking let me give it a shot. I don't think I've ever used this item. Like, not once. And if there's a lot of moving around, by Jove, Governor, why not? It seems really bad for, like, yeah. It seems really bad for, like, killing bosses, which is what we're here to do, but still. Oh, I would play football? But you just love giving me fucking armor, huh? Bro, relax, man! Fucking relax! I really wanted that to come off. I wasn't feeling that one at all in any way, shape, or form. It's fine. We run it back, man. Honest, when you start a game up and it's like, we're going to give you 3 of the same passive and nothing else you want, you're like, do we go next on this one? I don't know. If you're solo, maybe you go next. Unless you've changed it, there's no visual indication that the Boots Evil works at all. I have no idea what the Boots Evil actually is or does. Maybe I do. I don't know. I think these are the only 2 that I haven't upgraded, but you physically can't upgrade that one, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I upgrade the Lioness's Lament. Maybe it's PogChamp. I understand the role that it is supposed to fill, at least in relation to like Vampire Survivors, where it's like the whip, I guess. But I don't take the whip a lot of the time. You can get like a double upgrade with like it and then the other whip and then blah blah blah, but still, you can't. Yeah, the augment that drops, it doesn't spawn. Like you can't roll it. Like it scales off of that, but this doesn't. So yeah, sorry, it evolves off of this, but this doesn't drop. Like you cannot get this. You have at no point ever been able to roll an area size augment. So yeah, so 2 of the weapons nobody has ever, I guess, seen the actual like upgrade for. I'm gonna tell you the exact same thing I told you last time when you asked me how Mike Tyson's doing. I have not played whatchamacallit, I have not played Disability haste. I have not played Elden Ring since the last time you asked. Like you were probably not here, Cyan, but like, I've not really been playing like really that much in the way of games over the last like week, or at least this week, like week, because I like had pink eye, because Maisie took a dump in my eye, obviously, like this is the only way you get it, and then the antibiotics I took, I actually got a side effect from taking medicine, which is like probably maybe the first time that's ever happened for me. It's fine, Maisie, don't worry about it. And that was I had like I was really light sensitive, so like if I was playing like a game or something, my eyes would be really strained and then I'd get like a bad headache. I got an ad in time for this slander. Maisie did not take a dump in my eye. I think that's probably pretty obvious. Like, I get that, like, I like to think that, like, I'm one of the more vaguely... I'm about to toot my own horn here for absolutely zero. I like to think that, like, I'm maybe, like, at least in the League of Legends space, one of the more adult-sounding people. Maybe not necessarily adult-y people, but, like, you know, it's not like a high bar. But then sometimes, you know, I want to throw in the little, I want to like throw in the little insinuation that maybe I'm a quirked up white boy with a little bit of swag who occasionally busts it down sexual style, okay? Sometimes you just gotta throw that one in. Critical sense. Suck me dry. I'll take that. Adult sounding after Maisie's university called him a toddler. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I say, like, dumb shit online, for sure. But, like, at the same time, like, I mean, who are you comparing me to, man? Like, you know? I was very specific in saying that I'm, like, in the League of Legends community, right? I don't have, like, a tremendous amount of competition in the adult field. And not to say, like, there's, like, most of the streamers aren't adults. I'm just saying that, like, even the older ones don't like set the bar tremendously high for like what you would expect an adult to be. Like, do you know what I mean? At least from the parasocial perspective of what you see on camera. Like, I'm like, you know, is Tower 1 vacuuming or anything, you know? Is he taking the bins out? Maybe, but like, you know, he's got like he's you know, doing a daily 16-hour stream. I'm like, it's kind of difficult to fit into the lexicon of your day, you know? Tower 1 has a child. Yeah, like recently, yeah. Like, and I'll admit that's a very like definitely adult thing to be doing. But that just means that his chores are even less. He's even more limited, man. He's gotta like, he's obviously gonna want to spend time with Sailor when he's off stream. When is he jumping down to the shops to get more bog roll? You know what I mean? Cause that's what being a toilet is all. That's what being a toilet's all about. That's what being an adult is all. That's what being a toilet is all about, baby. Jumping down to the shop to buy an adult to wipe your arse with. Just give me that. Bap, bap, bap. Bap, 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 bap. I know that like Tyra 1's daughter has an unconventional name, and it's like a mix between the two parents' name. And I want to say this is no disrespect, and by the way, this has nothing to do with Tyler and his partner and his kid. But there's a guy who does videos in Japan called like Paolo. And I remember he posted a video being like, "I'm a dad," and then like he was like, "Well, I'd like to introduce you to my child," and he has named his child Tiger Wolverine. And like, I remember all the comments being like, I am begging you, please do not name your child this. Please, please, please do not name your kid Tiger Wolverine. Not like Tiger Wolverine the animals. Tiger, and then the name Wolverine because he be loving the X-Men or some shit. And I'm just like, fuck man, I get it. Sometimes you're like, you can have like a... You can have a unique name, but like when you're parsing like the rogues gallery of Batman villains for like a potential baby name, maybe you need to like put the fucking iPhone down for a minute. Logan is right there. Yeah, Logan's like a name that you don't see all that much as well. It's a quite a nice name. Obviously, like, you know, there's the Paul, I suppose. But I think that's a solid name. It's not strange. You won't turn any like, you know, I used to know a girl called Gaynor, like Gaynor, and I like, obviously kids, it's like very childish, and as an adult she probably doesn't take any like get any shit for it. But like, you know, are you like? You have to think about some of these things, you know? Like, be realistic, right? Do you really want to set your kid up to be bullied from frame one? Gaynor was the name. Gaynor. It sounds like a He-Man villain. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Kids are fucked up sometimes. It's just not helpful. And like, there's definitely like it's a name. Like, it's not like, I know that there's people that are called it. And like Gaylord is also a name and shit like that. And like, listen, obviously like, you can call your kid what you want, but at the same time, give him a fucking fighting chance sometimes, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, you gotta give your kid a fighting fucking chance, man. Kids are fucked up. They're little fucking animals sometimes, man. Yeah. I don't like, there's some level of culpability that the parents need to like make sure that they you know, are compass mentis of, I would say. You're bringing a life into this world, like, let's start off on the right foot. Your kid will thank you for it. When they're like in their 20s and you're like, we were gonna call you this or that. Like, I can't think of a really silly name. Gain 1 movement speed for every 2 haste. I maybe do that. This is a tough one actually. I guess I'll go for that because it kinda. No, we'll just go for that actually, fuck it. I don't think people would be naming their kids Cum Guzzler, if I'm honest with you. That's not... Larry, that one's a little bit out of pocket, but you know what, respect it. But as an example, sure, you know? I'm really trying to think of like a fucked up name that is like fairly recent. But I'm also like, there's some names that parse my head that I'm like, there could be somebody watching with that name. And I don't want to fire strays when they're having their lunch watching this video, you know? They didn't ask for this shit. And I'm not here to throw it out. If your name is Gaynor or Gaylord, I got no problem with the name. But I obviously, like, will extend my sympathies to your life at high school, right? Like, that's, like, you know? It's just... It's low-hanging fruit, and I get it. I never made fun of people's names. And I never would. But... my condolences is all I gotta say, because I know how kids can be, you know? Pepsi Marijuana. What a fucking name. I can't, dude, honestly. Maisie, you listen to this one? Can we call our kid Pepsi Max Cherry Marijuana? That'd be a great name. I've never heard a more unemployable name in my entire life, if I'm being honest with you. That I honest to God, would be like, imagine, imagine like you're working retail and you have like your name tag on and it's like a double-barreled first name and your first name is Pepsi Marijuana. Incredible stuff. That's like, honestly, if you're like, I don't know, man. If you're just like an evil person and you're like, I don't really give a shit about my kid. I'm just having it for the sake of it, like tax write-off or benefits or something like that. And you want to call your kid something fucked up for your own amusement, man? You do you. Whatever, man. Love your life. Live your damn life. People name it. You know what? I will say, like, Khaleesi is like a fucked up one, but it's not fucked up in the same sense. Like, a 9-year-old is not gonna know what the fuck that means. Like, an adult is gonna be like, huh? Like, but like, obviously, an adult's not gonna make fun of a child's name. They're gonna like look derisively to the parents and be like, "What were you thinking?" But at the same time, I don't think Khaleesi. Like, I get it. Like, you know. In school, the kids are gonna be like, you know, unless the parents tell the kid that this kid's got a fucked up name, they should be fine, right? I don't know. Clydia? I have never heard that even as a name. Obviously Clyde. I'm assuming it's the female derivative of the name Clyde. But I don't know. It's a little bit close to chlamydia for my liking for a name, I will admit. Like, chlamydia could be a thing. Do 11-year-olds know what chlamydia is? Maybe not. Once again, though, all it takes is like one overreaching parent to like maybe ruin somebody's school life, if permanently. Penn from Penn and Teller named his daughter Moxie Crime Fighter. Like, that doesn't surprise me somehow, but like, I will say that he's in the Vegas show circuit, and I don't inherently believe that the rules apply to them. Like, it's like Bob Geldof, like, naming his kid, like, Pixie fucking whatever the hell his name was. Like, it's like the kind of hippie played Glastonbury, like, played the first Glastonbury, you know, hippy-dippy swinging 60s kind of person. BJ Novak must have been rough. Probably fine until you hit like puberty, and then people start learning shit. And then, oh boy, when the marble finally drops, it's all over, man. The worst name I saw growing up was Stormy Weathers. I feel like I recognize that name, but I don't know why. Yeah, well, the Khaleesi Game of Thrones at full-born genocide. Now there are these kids kicking around with the name of a fantasy war criminal. Yeah. I mean, like, I mean, we all know what name I'm thinking in my head of, like, that would be a fucked up name to call your kid. If we're talking war criminals here, you know what I mean? Oh, buddy, there's worse options. There's definitely worse options, man. I don't know how I'm fucking still out here, man. No, the second name. As a first name. I did not realize I had that evolved. Okay. I'm, like, actually very close to boss time, and I am not prepped for it at all. I'll be real with you here. I need to frame on this. There we go. We've got so many access cards to pick up. Just give me fucking anything at this point. Yes. Now we get an upgrade. I've never upgraded this before. Let's make it happen. I think there's laws against that. Like in other countries? I don't know, man. I feel like in China you could probably, like, at least, like, because I know that they like, when they get taught English by, like, projectiles become beams of light that fire across the screen. Okay, let's see how this rocks in. Sure. Like I had, you know, I had a friend that taught English in China for years, and he was like, I had like 6 different Batmans in my class. one, like, a couple of Iron Mans. Like, you know, it wouldn't be, like, the most I mean, it would be pretty fucked up, but, like, it wouldn't be the most, like, I cannot do this, by the way, on Gromp. Like, it's not fucking possible. I'm just gonna say that right now. I roll the yarn, and then I have to make a judgment call whether or not I want to, like, see the light of day. Do I see the light of tomorrow, or do I just... It's these fucking frogs. Okay, we did it. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be the most crazy thing if they slipped a Hitler in there somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Because, you know, the kids get to pick themselves, man. They just see a word and they just... whatever, you know? Usually it's like a superhero they like, or like a thing that they like. My point is, kids are fucking dumb. And it's nice that they get to pick their own name, but that's not always the judgment call that should be made by them. Because, like, you know, if they ever go abroad, that will be the name that they probably use, so... Unless they manage to meet a Westerner who's like, you should not call yourself that. What about a nice name, like Steve? Much gonna draw a lot less eyes to your cause than your plight than Superman bin Batman. Which is names I have seen before. Oh, there's a wall here. I was like, why the fuck can I not move here, man? What's going on? Okay, we got Ein Minuten. Why don't you build me up, buttercup baby, when you let me down? Give me damage. I am missing a passive slot. I must be the dumbest fucker alive. You know what? Fine, just give me crit. I mean, honestly, that pushes me over the 50% crit mark. That pushes me over the 60% crit mark. Whatever. Blakely James. I like don't know how I would personally, if I was a child, make fun of that name. It's a name that I'd be like, but is it right in thinking that maybe it sounds like a little bit like white trash? There's definitely like names in like Glasgow that like when you hear them you're like, yeah. Oh, the initials are BJ. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Like when I'm in high school and there's like, you know, like a girl called like Anne Marie, I'm like, you know, no disrespect, but like you know. Remember being a kid and wondering why your parents never let you do anything you wanted to do just because you were dumb. I think that's crazy though, that like you flip it round and then you realize that like as an adult your parents were also not as dumb as you, but definitely like punching truly above their intellectual weight and you had no idea the whole time. That's a scary thought. Like my parents really had I mean, I was the second try. Not that the first try failed, but my brother does exist and stuff, but still. But like I'm the second try and I'm still like, they were still learning, you know? But you're like, as a kid, you're like, man, they gotta know what the script is here. I used to know a guy called BJ. He was called like Ben something like his second name was like Lang or some shit. Can't remember. But it wasn't like BJ. Like I mean, it's like I thought it was kind of a cool little nickname. I never thought to be like, you suck dicks or something. You know, like that never crossed my mind. As an adult, it's an awesome name. Yeah, I'm gonna respect your name. I mean, I wasn't an adult when I knew him. I was like 13, 14. Maybe into like, you know, early adult, like pre-adulthood maybe slightly. I thought he was a cool guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different, man. Maybe I'm just like not a bully. Unless, I'm trying to think what my exceptions are. haven't decided yet. There's definitely somebody who never is. I'm indiscriminate somewhere along the line, but like, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, so I can't remember who I indiscriminately go for here. You do believe? Not that David. Wait, I don't believe David. Oh yeah, true. Maybe I do. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. I guess I bully kids online, but only in like a theoretical sense. Like I'm like, I would kick the shit out of you. But even then, like, when face to face with a child, I wouldn't think I'd act that way. There's definitely times where, like, you know, I'm playing like Roblox with my mates, and like some kid says some shit in a chat, and I'm like, I could fucking knock your dad out in my head, but I'm like, I'll not type that. That's like probably the most unhinged thing that I can think in my head of like, yeah, that's a fucked up thing to say for sure. Doesn't really make a tremendous amount of sense either. Like, where does that, where do you stand on that one? But BJ Blazkowicz. Oh yeah, oh my god, Wolfenstein protagonist. Yeah. I was trying to remember what game franchise he was from. Apologies to the gamers. I don't think my eyes are working right now. I'm having a bit of a fucking senior moment here. He is sucking me dry right now, isn't he? I'm honestly, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's your big ol' fucking. Careful. Any guys drop some HP for me? Is that a possibility? Anywhere I can suck somebody dry for some HP here? You know what, man? I'm not in a rush. I just kite him. Fucking just kite him. The thing is, with Leona, which is a bad thing, is that I have... Look at my fucking AoE, man. I can't tell what's good and what's bad red. There's... Oh, fuck. Just run. Just keep running. Don't stop. There's good red and there's bad red. Obviously, the swords are bad red. There always will be bad red. But, like, some of the shit on the ground, I'm like... No, not the wombo combo. There's good red, there's bad red. I'm struggling to tell which is which here. The ability haste is saving my life a little, in a massive way, by the way. Just get the shield up, let the health regenerate a little bit, and then get the fuck out of here! Okay, okay. Just stall. Just stall. It's a bit of a coward's gambit, but nevertheless, I think I may have done it. I think we may have completed solo extreme. I am going to bin it in the last 5 seconds of this fucking... Yes! Oh. He's only bloody gone and done it, Governor. Solo extreme. Boy, oh boy. That was tough, man. How the hell am I supposed to do that on other characters? I honestly wasn't like... I had my doubts that Leona would be able to get me over the finish line. And I'll be real with you, she almost didn't. If only the quest to be extreme with different champs worked. It's not about the accolades. You know? It's not about the medals. It's not about the glory of the achievement dopamine pop-up, man. It's about getting the job done. Do you know what I mean? About getting the bloody job done. Yeah, other characters have definitely much higher damage potential. Her weapon is not good. Her abilities are good, but her actual weapon is not good. Lioness's Lament. It was kind of a meh upgrade, I'm not gonna lie to you. I could go either way on that one for sure. It's probably not gonna make it into my usual rotation of weapons, I would say. But nevertheless, pick me up some of that. What are we upgraded here? Level 60? That's perfectly normal. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I guess like next time we can have a whack at getting some other characters under the belt with like the beachhead. I know that the quests don't work, but that doesn't mean that we can't give it the old college try, one would suppose. Yeah, I'm having a good time with it, and it's perfect for some tangenting. One could suppose. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.